Today we look at Sacred Grove number 3. It's a very small thing, maybe some 100, some 100 or 200 feet, but 250 feet maybe. That's about it. And this family which owns this particular place, this place what I'm covering, they all partitioned their properties and developing it one by one. So as it develops, I'm observing what happens just for curiosity. Also, I've recorded lot of plants in this particular roadside property. That is a cinnamon sapling. So what has happened? There's the main road. Then all that one they have divided into piece, and cleared all the complete topsoil and leveled it there. And 1 or 2 trees have been left. Then in the middle of this property has 3 or 4 of these sacred groves, and a couple of them are on the stream and along the water, and this one is in this grassy meadow kind of situation now. So I think they are going to shrink it completely to its further a bit and then close it off so that this cannot be developed. This sacred grove was about probably a little bigger in the olden days when they were properly cultivating this whole property. Then now with the real estate-ification, I think they want to shrink it off a bit and keep the core part only aside for the sacred grove. And this place has a marvelous collection of species. Just such a small thing. Now they have opened up this side. Probably here the wall will come. And then some of the vegetation has been cut yesterday, day 4 and all. So today we'll just have a glimpse before it vanishes forever. I think few trees they'll leave. They'll be scared to chop it. This patch has about some 2 or 3 of those Smilaxis species are there. Then some of that Erwatemia, and then this is one of the Dalbergia, I think. And also there are some very interesting one of those parasitic shrub that I can't see it today. It was somewhere around here. So there's some 3 or 4 trees inside, and then bushes have covered from all bush and climbers and all have covered from all directions. And inside this is a kind of place where these some leopard and small animals and all can go and safely hide, because most of the year no one goes. Once a year they make an opening and go there and pray and come once or twice, that's all. Some small ceremony they do, nothing else. And then this dense foliage, it is though the biodiversity around this is now almost gone, this will be supporting one is the snakes. This has been set aside primarily for snakes only. Then these smaller creatures like these rabbits and fox and these those centipedes, millipedes, scorpions, then some birds. So they all can safely hang out here, even leopard and all. If it is, even if it's small, it provides some shelter and hiding place. So in this kind of place, they can hang out and safely without getting disturbed. So I hope some of this at least is left and they don't completely clean it up and cement it off. Anyway, that you have to watch. Then this pothos has come out very well. I'm not sure if it's visible over there. Pothos is there. This is pothos. Pothos candens there. Then many of the species over here are not very familiar. This one, I think it looks like that Ixora malabarica maybe, but there are no open flowers. And this is a nice tree with that pothos is climbing all the way to the top. And then its branches are hanging out down from it hangs down, those pothos branches. Then, there's a small clearing in the middle. This is a nice plant. I myself have never come inside this sacred grove. This one, I think I did photograph it some time back. It is that orange climber. Nice species. Some 400, 500 species will be there at least. From small herbs which live in the shady forest floor to climbers, small shrubs, a few trees, and of course lot of little critters and all. This is the Chessalia curvifolia. It's one of that, it can only survive in canopied places. So this shade and this ambience, the higher moisture content in such places, all helps them to survive nicely. And this Chessalifolia is very pretty. The tender buds are coming out there. Then there's a small sacred area where then there's a very nice climber, some big thick thing. Each of those branches are 1 foot in diameter, I think. Then they offer some coconut and some flowers and all and go. Even that pothos is climbing onto that shrine also. So apart from that much of interference, that is once or twice a year, some incense and some coconut and fruit, that flowers, they don't do anything else here. Light a lamp maybe, that's about it. The rest of the year, these sacred groves are left to themselves, and generally there are few rules. You are not allowed to enter the sacred space with footwear. You have to remove your shoes. Then using those iron implements and all is severely frowned upon, and if someone has to dig or cut anything, they have to ritually they have to do some little ritual and all, and only then start. So no iron implements, no walking in and spitting and throwing and all that, no shoes allowed inside, footwear. So these are few, and then no interference whatsoever. These places are just left to their own on their own, and therefore all these rare species can find a home here. Even if there's one or two mother plants in a little sacred grove, that's quite good enough to propagate the species from there. Birds will come and eat those seeds and berries and take it around, spread it around. All that can happen. So these sacred groves are very important, particularly in our Indian context and our cultural setting and all is very conducive. This is a logic that works. Sacred place, don't go. That's all. So I think if all over India, the sacred groves have to be revived, and the country is dotted with sacred trees anyway, which are already doing a fantastic service, because those large ficus trees, they do enormous contribution to the ecology. Then these kind of small sacred groves also will serve as a safe habitat for many of the other species. And then earlier in the Indian history and tradition, these all the major temples, they were located in naturally beautiful places along rivers, mountains, and all that. And they had their own sacred forests around them. Those forests have all shrunk. So these temples should be encouraged to revive their forest, sacred forest and sacred groves, and then they should be allowed to, and they should be given some extra land also. Increase the size of your sacred grove, sacred forest, all that, and that becomes it indirectly, directly supports biodiversity. Once you set aside a place as the specific purpose and it's sacred and all, people will not easily go and go in there at all. They'll just avoid it. That's good enough. That's what the environment needs. Places where humans, here also they've got quite a bit. This greed of these people knows no bounds. So this one, it will be further shrunk now. This is all yesterday's work. I cut up quite a few nice things. This Chessalifolia, nice one, is gone. Then this is that Ixora, sacred Ixora. And then there are quite a few of those smilaxes and all were there here. It's all gone. So I think we can conclude this long video on a bit of a sad note. All these days I didn't go in here. This is the kind of place where those millipedes, centipedes and all will be there here. No doubt about that.